Yo, what's going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we've got a brand new video about Bitcoin and how it might be ready to actually take off very soon. Obviously, we're seeing the price surge. We can see it right here already that Bitcoin is actually over $40,000 here, 40,337. Ideally, we want to see Bitcoin sustain over 40. I feel like that's a huge kind of mental barrier here, this 40,000, just to get people to kind of get back in that bullish sentiment of Bitcoin, back into where Bitcoin can be and coming back up. But there is something that we're fighting against. But before we look at that, we can just see the trading volume absolutely crazy. $51 billion, up 63%. That's ridiculous. And we're coming back on $800 billion market cap. Bitcoin is looking pretty good, in my opinion. I mean, I don't have any charts pulled up, but to stay over 40,000 would be an absolute great thing to have happen. And I think that Bitcoin is at a spot where it could do that. We might test under 40. I wouldn't want to see it come under 40 at all, to be honest, but we might test under there. But 40,000 is something where hopefully you can flip it to a support level and go from there and stop fighting to get over 40. And now we can flip 40 into support like 30 and 35 were, and keep continuing the bull market up from here. But the one thing we're actually fighting right now is this right here. This is data mish. It just shows like longs and shorts against Bitcoin. But you can see the shorts are up 12% today. Almost 21,000 Bitcoin is short right now compared to longs only up 1%. And you can compare this. This is a longer chart. You can see a big spike in shorts here around May 17th. This spike happened. So if we go back and look at May 17th here, we can see that we got May 17th, and we can see it was at $42,000 of Bitcoin, and we saw a very pretty big plummet down to 33,000. So almost a $10,000 downtrend because massive spike in shorts. And you see after that, once it hit like that lower, the short volume went down drastically. And we saw another spike here around June 7th, which would be Bitcoin at 33,000, which actually didn't push it down that far, down to 32, and then it kind of rebounded right away, which is what we like to see. And then we see just a spike here, and they didn't get the push down they wanted, so another spike here around around the 10th, and we can check that price. So the 10th was 36,000 of Bitcoin, and what they weren't able to push it really down. I mean, we saw a little bit down at 35,000, but then came where we are over 40,000 now, and they're just taking out more shorts. So we're fighting the shorts, which is why the price hasn't been like super just bullish or bearish. It's been bulls fighting the bears, and these shorts are coming here and really shorting the market. I mean, there is 22,000 Bitcoin that are short right now. And the biggest thing when you're thinking about this is that we'll go back to here is actually this hedge versus unhedged. So there's 21,500 Bitcoin that are unhedged, meaning they don't have a hedge, they don't have a position in Bitcoin. So their losses are open ended. If they continue to take on losses, then at some point they'll have to try and cover their losses and either buy into Bitcoin to cover themselves because they're unhedged. So as long as we can support over 40,000, which we're at 40,300 right now, if we can support this, I think bulls can start to take over, and we can see a bigger move to the upside. We could see the 50,000, 60,000, and try and get back to all-time highs, and have that happen pretty quickly, as long as we can keep the price up and force these shorts that are unhedged. The vast majority, there's like 300 Bitcoin that are hedged. The other 21,000 are unhedged. So if we get that, we could see a little short squeeze. And if Wall Street Bets gets a hold of this, then we could definitely see a short squeeze and maybe see all of them come in and buying up Bitcoin. And who knows what will happen. I would love to see that. I hate seeing like these shorts trying to win, trying to push the price of anything down, any stock, any asset, any equity. Bitcoin, anything. I hate seeing it. So hopefully we can get this under control. We can take advantage of these shorts that are unhedged and make them pay the price for making unhedged shorts. And in more Bitcoin news, for reasons of this rally right now, we have Elon Musk coming out with a tweet, replying to someone saying that he's catching flack for being basically a Bitcoin pump and dump for Tesla, and his reply saying, this is inaccurate. Tesla only sold about 10% of holdings. To confirm, BTC could be liquidated easily without moving market. When there's confirmation of reasonable, about 50% clean energy usage by miners with positive future trends, Tesla will resume allowing Bitcoin transactions. Now, for that tweet, I think, Bitcoin is already over that 50%. It's like 70%. But if you want to do all the digging and do all that stuff, then by all means, whatever, do all that and find out the energy usage specific and see that it's pretty high, and Bitcoin incentivizes this clean energy usage and stops like the wasteful energy of just wasting it, because that's what a lot of energy goes towards right now, is just waste. It's just not used. So I think that people are rallying around this tweet. That's what a lot of people think right now, is that there's a lot of rallying going on around this tweet. And maybe it is. I don't know why this would be such a big trend unless people think Elon Musk is gonna make Bitcoin transactions allowed again on Tesla soon. If they think that the 50% is a low number and Bitcoin's close to that or already doing that, then maybe they could see that as a catalyst for Bitcoin. But we got that big news coming out for Elon tweeting about Bitcoin again, but this time causing a pump instead of a dump. So maybe he's flipping around, who knows? But I don't know why this would be such a big catalyst, but maybe it is. And then finally, in pretty big news, we have Paul Tudor Jones saying he's increased his recommended Bitcoin allocation from 1% to 5% in an investment portfolio. And he is talking about making your portfolio so 5% should be in Bitcoin, is what his recommendation is. He's a billionaire investor, someone who's really well known and known for investing, as well as he said he did it with his own portfolio, that he increased it from 1% to 5%, and he's saying that he doesn't even know what to do with 80% of his portfolio. He doesn't know where to put it right now because of everything that's going on, but he knows to put some in Bitcoin. So that should speak volumes if a billionaire investor, one of the most well-known in the scene, is coming out and talking about how he's allocating money to Bitcoin and he wants to do that, as well as he doesn't know what to do with the other 80% of his portfolio. I mean, if the bigger people are seeing Bitcoin and seeing it as something that needs to be allocated to, and then the other portions of their portfolio they don't know what to put it to, that speaks very loudly of Bitcoin is a certain investment that people want to have, and not one that is speculative anymore. Like a lot of people like to say, like the Fed and everyone, Bitcoin is speculative. I think it's evolved past that point of being a speculative asset. There's still a little bit of that in there, but it's a lot more to the point of getting like countries to start using. We see El Salvador doing it. We can see Central America, South America start actually embracing Bitcoin. And then from there, who knows where all this goes. But I think that we are far from the end, and we are just getting started. Even at this $750 billion market, even at $1 trillion when we were there, I think that it's just the beginning, and we are going to see big things happen for Bitcoin, and it's going to be a great time for people involved. And if people sold at 32,000, saying, we're going back to 20,000, back to 15, want to be the extreme bear case, I think we're going to see a lot more of that FUD for people who are salty that they sold at 32 or 35 and wanted to get back in at 15 when we all knew that wasn't going to happen. But maybe it still happens. I doubt it. But guys, as always, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Let me know what you think of Bitcoin and the future of Bitcoin and these shorts that are going on. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video.